So, hello guys, I am Netra, and today I will be taking fourth session of Flutter Forward of this year. So, let's begin. So, today we are going to discuss what are the packages, plugins, and the difference between how to add them, how to make dependencies, how to write dependencies in them, developing new packages, what are Flutter packages, Dart packages, package scores and pub points. We will see them on the web on their websites, and testing Flutter apps. So let's get started. So what are packages? At minimum, Dart packages are listed in the pubspec.yaml file, and packages simply means Dart packages, uh, which contains Dart libraries, apps, etc., etc. And plugins contains uh, packages written in languages like Kotlin and Java, but it can also be contain some Dart code. So plugins contain mostly Kotlin, Java, and some other languages. So plugins are of other languages. Packages are of mainly Dart language. So uh, that's it. For example, plugin might provide Flutter apps with an ability to use device camera, but packages cannot. So we mostly use plugins. So existing package enables many use cases. For example, making network requests, HTTP, etc., navigation routes handling. So all this sort of third-party platform stuff are done using the plugins. So using packages are published on pub.dev site. There we can see the packages. So here you can search the packages, and here they have listed some the Flutter favorites that are mostly used by the user. So most popular packages are listed here, and okay, so this is it. Here you can search the packages you want to use, or like uh, suppose you can want to use some mathematical function, so you can search it here. Like Flutter packages names are very basic, so we can search like this only. So we can see here these are the likes, pub points, popularity. This is 100% popularity. That is very obvious. So like this only. So adding a package dependency to an app. So for this, how we can add package dependency to an app. So first step is open pubspec.yaml file located inside the app folder and add name of package under dependencies. So let's do it. Here I will open, this is pubspec.yaml, and this is pubspec.yaml is very conscious of the indentations. So suppose we have used this URL launcher dependency. So it is written here. If I add like this will be different. This means that this URL launcher is on dependency under SDK, but it is under uh, dependencies, not under Flutter. Sorry. In this situation, this will come under Flutter. So this is not the case. So this is the right indentation for this. So this is how we can locate our dependencies. And if we want some other, we can write here only. So this is our app. So after writing the dependencies, we can install it. It is clearly written the instructions, install and run, and click on the pubget ribbon at the top of pubspec.yaml file. So This is get dependency, so I have already loaded this, already got this. So here we get this. This might take some time. Yeah, it's run. So it is run with code 0, that means success. So it is loaded successfully. And now the dependencies are imported, and stop and restart the app if necessary, if it doesn't work out like normally. And one thing I have to notice that hot reload and hot restart only updates the Dart code. So uh, you can they can emphasis on the difference between packages and plugins here. So adding a package dependency, add package dependency CSS colors. So how to add? Let us see. So here I have added the package dependency URL launcher, like import this dot dart, and this is flutter material dot dart. Material dot dart dependency contains like these material apps, scaffolds, app bar, center, etc., etc. All these basic things are in this, and the URL things will be considered in this. If you want to add the uh, CSS colors, so to add this, we can write like import to package dot CS colors, then the file where it is located, its location. So that's it. That's how we import it, and how to remove it is similar at the command only. So here the conflict comes that some suppose you want to use some package and another package in an app. Both of these depend on URL launcher, but in different versions. So conflict causes this difference in version of these dependent packages. The best way to avoid this for the package, the best way to avoid this for package authors to use version range rather than specific version when specifying dependencies. Like here, uh, the dependencies image version contains 5.4.3 version of it, and the URL launcher contains 5.4.0. So this mark up mark, this means that the version 5.0 and later versions of it. So if some package declares the dependencies above and another package declares compatible URL launcher dependencies like this and this, pub resolves the issues automatically. Platform specific dependencies on Gradle module and or Coca ports are solved in a similar way. Even if some package or another package declares incompatible versions for URL launcher, they might actually use URL launcher in a compatible way. In this situation, the conflict can be resolved by adding a dependency override declaration to the app's pubspec.yaml file, forcing the use of a particular version. Like this. There we have written dependencies, some package, another package, we have written their versions, like we can use URL launcher, CSS color, etc., etc. Some they're written with the versions. So if URL launcher causes some issue, so we can write dependency override URL launcher this only. So it will override the fault they are having at that time. If conflict dependency is not itself a package but an Android specific library like Guava, the dependency override declaration must be added to Gradle built logic instead. To force the use of Guava 28.0, make the following change in the app's Android built Gradle file. So we have to make this change in the Gradle file. Let's see. Uh, Gradle. Where is Gradle file? Yeah. So this is Gradle file, friends, and here you have to add all this. So right now, today I updated the version, so I have to add compile SDK version 33, otherwise it will give you an error. So when you are doing all this stuff, don't be scared of errors. They are part of the family. Okay. So if conflict dependency is not itself a package, but an Android specific library, like we have done all this. So developing a package. Let's do this. Yes. Uh, Developing packages and plugins. So packages are in pubspec.yml libraries. Package type, these are Dart packages and plugins, F5 plugin packages, developing Dart package. So we can create packages like using this command. Let's try this. Where is the terminal? Open terminal. It's same thing. We can use terminal under Android Studio or the simple terminal. So, okay. So it has created a terminal. Oh, sorry. It has created a library for us named hello in this. Okay, all done. So what files it created when we say this command with flutter create template package hello. Let's see what file it created. This simple online command contains all the licenses, mostly empty license, because we doesn't add anything or seek permission for anything to use their resources, etc. Test hello dot hello.iml gt.ignore, etc., etc. All this metadata, perspec.yml file, the readme, etc. So to make these packages of some use, like we use URL launcher or some like CSS colors, or some packages use your camera to do something, some apps like. So to make all this stuff, we have to add some codes, required codes to these files. Okay, so that makes a package useful more. So implement the package. uh, yes, we will discuss this section when we are discussing how to test the Flutter apps. So this will go through whole code. Developing plugin packages, federated plugins. um, so when we are adding platform implementation, federal open implementation. So it says is when we are adding platform implementation to a federated plugin, we will coordinate with the package author to include your implementation. So it will, like we talked earlier, to seek some others permission to use their resources. And this non-endorsed federated plugin, you can create your own, do anything. You are free to do anything. Specify a plugin support platform. You can write this platform, like there are simple steps. You can follow them. Create a package. The similar way we did it. No. Okay. So managing package dependencies and versions. Package version, all packages have a version number like this. Okay, these are the version numbers of the packages 5.4.0, like this only. So all packages have a version number specified in the package pubspec.yml file. The current version of a package is displayed next to its name, as well as a list of all prior versions. To ensure that the app doesn't break when a package is updated, specify a version range using one of the following formats, like this. Uh, Hope you understand this by now. This all the previous versions and uh, all the versions greater than this and less than this. So what this simply means is that it uses the version of the URL launcher between 5.4.0 and 6.0.0. The range constraints you can add like this. You can use the versions above this, like 5.5.0, like 5.5. All these versions come under this, and this contains the range of versions of this. So now we can test our app. Okay, so testing Flutter apps. Here we can test our app in a unit test single function method or class. Like what we have written here is we can test a single function like the URL launcher. You can only test this function or this scaffold, this app bar, this center. We can test them individually, like the unit test. Okay, so this implements that unit test, the widget test, similarly, and integration test. So integration test means the whole app we will test. So what we have built here is an app that uh, shows this button, and when we click this button it opens this app. So this is simple. So we have used this URL launcher, and uh, if the URL we can launch this, then it will launch, else it will throw an error like you cannot, could not launch, etc. So this is it. Testing Flutter apps. Unit test, widget test, integration test. Like this will test the whole app. So how to test a Flutter app? So this revises your learning you have learned in this Flutter Forward program. So introduction, uh, right, the basics. So what you will build, etc. This is the basic app. I guess Mohit taught you guys this. Set up your Flutter development environment. Like this is very beginner steps. So getting started, it will have update dependencies. So you have to do all this stuff. Basically, when you install this, all stuff gets done in behind. So build an app, write the code. Some basic codes are enough if you are learning at, for beginners. Okay, this is similar to what we have seen before. Yes. Unit testing provider. Uh, what it says that remove, create a new test file, and we'll add this code and run. Can test, where is test? Where is test? This is test. We can create a new file here. Right, what is its name? Where is it? Favorites underscore test. Okay, this is your new test file, and we will copy the code. save it, internet. Okay, so this allows you to combine similar tests related to each other in a group. You can test which function or which unit uh, delays the time at which app is running. So we can minimize the running time and make our app more faster to use. That improves the user experience. Run the test like you can write in the terminal also to run this. Widget testing, similarly, what we did for unit test, we can test widgets also. Mm, Copy, paste the code and run it simply. Testing the UI of an app. Okay, I will share all these resources with you guys on the group, on my community WhatsApp group. Uh, Flutter driver. This is it, guys. Now we're done. Okay. So thanks for joining, guys. It was very good experience for us. Very. I hope you guys enjoyed our journey. And now you can make your own apps, build your own stuff. You can do anything. We will be more than happy to assist and help you guys when you are on campus. So feel free to reach out and show us your amazing projects that you make. So okay. So Mohit, we can we end the session now? Hello, Mohit.